Hello students, this is Mr. Anderson coming to you with a lesson on graphing the quadratic function. Let's look at the parent equation y equals x squared. And so what we're going to do is we're going to figure out a set of ordered pairs that we can put on the graph, and to do that we're going to use a table. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take that parent equation, y equals x squared, or whatever equation we're given, and we're simply going to take the input value that we're given and plug it into the equation. So -2 in parentheses, I do want to emphasize that squared, should get +4. Remember, -2 squared is like -2 times -2. You're going to do the same thing with all of your input values. -1 in parentheses squared is 1. 0 squared is 0. And so as we go through here, 1 squared we get 1. You notice you'll get some of the same values as we go through. 2 squared you get 4. Okay. And now we have a set of ordered pairs that we can use to help us graph. One of the ordered pairs will be -2, 4. Another one will be -1, 1, so on and so forth on down the line. And now we just need to plot those on our Cartesian plane. First ordered pair there is -2, 4, so we're going to go left 2 and up 4. Plot that point. The next ordered pair is going to be -1, +1, so we're going to go left 1 and up 1. Plot that ordered pair. 0, 0, plot that. 1, 1, and 2, 4. And then we're going to connect those points. Now you notice this is a little different than the linear functions. You have a little bit of a curve here. This curve is in the shape of a U. This U-shaped curve is what we call a parabola. And that's just a U-shaped curve. A parabola is a U-shaped curve. All right? And so anytime you graph a quadratic, you will have this parabola shape. A couple other things you need to know about the parabola. One is what a vertex is. Your vertex is your highest or lowest point. In this case, it's the lowest. So our vertex is right there at 0, 0, right at the origin. And then the other thing you need to understand is something called the axis of symmetry. You need to be able to identify or draw the axis of symmetry on your graph. And your axis of symmetry is going to be where if we can get a mirror image when we draw that line. And that's going to be right in here. We're going to draw that line. Okay. This is the axis of symmetry. And again, this is a parabola, and this is the quadratic function. That's the parent function. Let's look at a few other examples that are variations of the parent function, y equals 3x squared. And we're going to approach this the same way that we have, where we just take our input values given to us in the table and properly substitute. Again, remember the correct order of operations, which would be to do the exponent piece before we multiply. So -2 in parentheses squared is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Do the same thing with -1. And we plug that in, should get 3. When our input value is 0, we know that 0 squared is 0. And 0 times 3 is 0. And again, you notice here we're starting to get some repeated values in our outputs. And then we're going to go ahead and plot. So we're going to end up plotting the ordered pair -2, 12. And we're just a little short on our graph here, so we're going to have to go up a little more. -2, 12. -1, 3. 0, 0. 1, 3. And 2, 12. And now we graph and connect by connecting our ordered pairs. Okay. And there is your parabola. What is our vertex? Again, the vertex is the lowest or highest point in the graph. There it is. Our vertex is at the origin, 0, 0. And the other thing I could ask you here is to draw the axis of symmetry, which will be right in here. Try this one on your own, and I'm going to give you the ordered pairs here on this, or the input values, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's the X values. Let's see what your Y values are. Go ahead and pause it here, and then check it in a minute. So when we do this one, y equals x minus 4, the quantity squared. Put in our input values. 1 minus 4 is -3. -3 squared is 9. 2 minus 4, -2. -2, the quantity squared is 4. When we input 3, we have a value of 1. You input 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. 0 squared is 0. Input 5. And there we go. And we can go ahead and plot these. 1, 9 is your first ordered pair. 2, 4. Next ordered pair. 3, 1. 4, 0. 5, 1. 6, 4. And we can go ahead and connect our points. Make sure you put the arrows on these. Okay. Your vertex is at 4, 0. And then the other thing I might ask you is, what's the axis of symmetry? If you notice here, if you've picked up the axis of symmetry, that line will have the vertex in it.